What is good with y'all, man? So today we're going to be talking about the top 10 ways to build a God Squad off the rip for Madden 22. So it's basically just a bunch of tips. We're going to cover things from like what players to look for, what stats to look for in a player, how to save coins early, what to spend coins on, what not to spend coins on, and just basically things like that. Just all kinds of different ways, because it's not all about just playing the game, doing your challenges. There's a lot of other things, right? We're going to cover a bunch of different topics, so stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get into the list. So first up here, number 10, we have strength. And you're probably thinking strength. Yes, strength. We're talking about strength overall, but mostly for offensive linemen, defensive linemen. Strength matters because with this whole next gen thing, if any of you guys played Madden 21 on next gen, height, weight, strength, weight, all of that matters, and it plays a pretty big factor. So starting it off with strength, right? For your offensive and defensive linemen, you want to get offensive linemen and defensive linemen that have muscles, right? Guys with strength. But at the same time, they have to be well balanced. You can't just have a guy with 88 strength, but he also has like a 80 power move, right? Even though an 80 power move isn't, well, it's not the best, but the point is you want to find a nice balance. Maybe a guy with around 86 strength, 82, 83 power move, something like that. It's all about finding that balance. And for a lineman, you don't want a guy with, let's say, 88 strength, but he's got 78 pass block, right? He's still most likely going to get shedded, because like I said, anyone that's played Madden 21 next gen, you understand that all of that shit matters, right? For example, let's say you have who's a really strong guy? Montez Sweat. I think Montez Sweat, his golden ticket card is like damn near every stat is like 99, right? He's strong, he's not like 99 strength, weight, all that, it all plays a factor, and the guy sheds like a fucking animal, right? No matter almost who the lineman he's on, right? But let's say he goes up against Jonathan Ogden, who's 6'9", that's pretty fucking big, right? 6'9", he weighs a lot. The guy's a tank. He's not gonna shed as much on him, right? See what I'm saying? So what you want to look for in an offensive defensive lineman, you definitely want to, you don't want to get a guy with an 88 power move and 79 strength. You don't want to do that. That's because that 88 power move is going to waste, because especially a power move, because a power move requires more strength. A finesse move doesn't require as much strength, right? So you got to think about it like that. So definitely look for guys to have some strength on them. Number 9, height and weight matters. We touched on it a tad bit with the last one talking about strength, but height and weight is very important, right? The whole thing with the next gen stats and all, well, next gen stats has nothing to do with it. I just like saying it, but the whole next gen thing it's all about realism, right? Derrick Henry, for example, on Madden 21 next gen, he's honestly unstoppable. The guy's unstoppable. I mean, he's gonna, every tackle he falls forward, no matter what, and there's really nothing you can do about it. But if you get a guy out there that's bigger and a little bit stronger, let's say Carl Banks, for example. Carl Banks, can kind of hold his own with Derrick Henry. He's big, he's a linebacker, he's big and strong. Let's say Deion Sanders tries to go tackle Derrick Henry. If he's not like diving at his legs to tackle him, if he's trying to go up high to tackle Derrick Henry, it's not, well, really, honestly, I don't think anyone can tackle Derrick Henry up high, but realistically, if he's not going at his legs to tackle him, he's not tackling him. That's how it works in Madden 21. Well, next gen at least. I don't know about last gen. You can't. Smaller guys are not able to tackle bigger guys up high, and that's realism, because they're like Deion. He doesn't weigh that much. Yeah, he's a little tall, but he doesn't weigh that much. He's a lot smaller. Derrick Henry, you could just run right at, just hold turbo and run at him. You don't even gotta hit nothing on the right stick, nothing. Just run at him. He's just gonna break the tackle. You know what I mean? So you don't want to have little guys on the field. Like, you don't want to have Bob Sanders on defense. A 5'8" safety. No. We can't be doing that. You got to get big guy. Even if you're gonna lose a speed or two, because the guy's a little bit taller. When I say lose a speed or two, whatever the meta speed is at the time, even if you're gonna lose just a speed or two, sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's okay if you can have a nice big guy out there, and it really is, because you might not think it doesn't mean a lot. Trust me, all right, trust me, You'll get picks you wouldn't have got before. You're going to get tackles you wouldn't have got before. And sometimes your receiver is going to be able to go out there and stretch for it sometimes. So it's just as simple as that. So height, weight, all of it, it's important. Number 7, we have do not worry about players' overalls. I really can't tell you how many times someone will come in the stream and ask me, you know, why am I using such and such? You know, he's a lower overall, there's a higher overalls. And honestly, it just kind of makes me sad because it's like, dog, you know, like overall doesn't mean anything. You know, like overall just doesn't mean anything. Just because a guy's a 97 overall, but such and such is a 99, doesn't mean he's better at all, right? In the beginning, like honestly, the perfect example is the Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady cards that they showed for Madden 22. I think Mahomes is 88, Brady's 87, and then they showed 2 other quarterbacks. Herbert's 84, Trevor Lawrence 86. Justin Herbert, the Derby, and Trevor Lawrence both look way better than the Mahomes and Tom Brady card, for real. And they are way lower overalls. So it's like, you know, overalls don't matter. You know, if a guy can play, he needs to be on the squad. Never look at a player's. I don't look at players overall. Overall doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. It's all about the stats. You know, let's look at the stats. Let's look at the height. Let's look at the weight. Let's look at all that other shit. I don't care about, oh, he's an 88 overall. He's supposed to be really good, right? The Brady card is garbage. That Brady card is garbage. That Mahomes card, garbage. Those 2 cards look garbage. I'll be honest. The Derby and Trevor Lawrence both look way better than both them cards. So, and the point is, they're the Derby, he's only 84 overall, right? He's four overalls lower than Mahomes, and the card looks better. So the point is, overall means nothing. If the guy can play, get him on the roster. Do not ever just buy a player just because he's a high overall. I know you guys do that shit with offensive linemen. You see he's a 99 and you just buy him. Stop it. Look at the stats. Check the height. Check the weight. Check all of that. Sometimes that 97 overall is better than that 99. I think we're on number 7. I honestly started losing track. If this is number 7, look for speed. Get the fastest goddamn guys if you can, right? You know, that new Jamar Chase, he is 91 speed. I'm saying new like the game's out and we just got a new card, but you know what I mean. Jamar Chase, 91 speeds, the fastest receiver that we know of. Obviously, you know, there's going to be team diamonds too, and I'm sure someone's going to be, you know, right there with him in speed, but 91 speed. So basically, you know, with him, I can just imagine things. You could, you know, motion him over in the slot, put him on a streak right down the seam. Oh man, I could just see him burning the defense now. Point is, you get the fastest guys early in the game when a lot of people got a lot slower guys, and you know, you spend the money early against the guy who's still running around with, you know, 84 speed guys. You got like 89, 88, 90 speed guys. You're gonna have a tad bit of an advantage, right? So if you could get that head start early with you know, the speedier guys, sometimes it's sometimes, you know, paying to win does have its advantages. I could say that. Basically, am I saying just pay to win? Well, when we're talking about getting the fastest guys, you know, because obviously the fastest guys are going to cost the most. You know, Jamar Chase probably going to be 500K, probably maybe 600. 500, 600K. I remember that Isaiah Simmons last year, you guys remember that rookie premiere? Isaiah Simmons, he was like 700K. I mean, fucking insane. So Jamar Chase might be around there, but get the speedy guys early so you get a nice head start advantage, so you can rack up them coins in seasons and weekend league and keep building on your team. Number 6, do not waste all of your coins on offensive and defensive linemen. The most important positions, in my opinion, to buy early on are the skilled positions, right? QB, running back, receivers, corners, safeties, tight ends, users, you know what I mean? So you could say linebackers or whatever. All those are more important than defensive line and offensive line. Now, obviously, offensive and defensive line are still important, but in the beginning, you got to think, you got to be smart with your coins. You can't just burn a bag. Let me go get this, you know, Fletcher Cox. He's 100K. No, we can't. We cannot be burning 100K off the rip on a goddamn D tackle. That is not how we should be spending our coins early on. You need to be getting, you know, the skilled positions you need early on: corners, safeties, wideouts, you know, tight ends. You don't even have to, like, some of these positions you can get really cheap, like a running back. You could get a cheap running back. You don't need to get, you know, the greatest running back in the world. I'm sure there's going to be some real nice budget running backs, right? Like a lot of the point is, you don't want to blow all your coins on stupid shit. Be smart with the coin stash. Dude, I swear to God, if you buy 100K D tackle day one, you know what? You deserve to be pouring money, bro. You deserve it because you asked for that one. Do not. I swear to God, if we're spending 100K on a D tackle, you know what? I mean, that's just probably, you just can't do that, right? Even offensive linemen. Like, yes, having a really good offensive line in the beginning would really be good, but it's not worth it. It's not worth spending the entire coin stash on the offensive line and then having a bunch of core gold receivers. Even though there's probably gonna be that one speedy ass core gold receiver, maybe D-Jax or somebody. He's really nice on the theme team for the beginning of the year because you get that 1+ speed with that 25 chem, but that's a different story. The point is, do not blow a bag on offensive and defensive linemen off the rip. Use your coins wisely, get your skill position players, get the offense and defensive line last. Number 5, sell any rookie premieres that you have. Any of you guys that did the, you know, the stuff for the rookie premieres in 21, I didn't do any of them because I don't know, I just didn't do them, right? A lot of the ones that are coming out for 22, these things, they're some of the best cards in the game. Jamar Chase, the safety for the Raiders. Who else is there? There's another. A lot of them are really good, right? There's some of the best cards in the game, and they're all going to sell for a lot because obviously the only way to get them is either if you did the premieres for 21, or if you're going to do the set for 22. That's really the only way to get them. So they're all going to sell for a lot on the auction house. So any of these rookie premieres that you're able to get for free, sell them. Now I don't know how many you're allowed to have because, like I said, I'm not really in tune with the rookie premieres and all that shit. So any of them that you have, I'd recommend just selling them. Get your coins, because here's the thing. Yes, you could have that one really good player. I could have that, you know, let's say I got the safety from the Raiders. Let's Kyle Pitts, right? Let's say, yeah, I got these two really good players, but the rest of my team's, you know, really budget. It's not that good. It got a few core goals in there. You know what I mean? Sell those two guys and get your coins right. Sell those two guys and get the coin stash right. Get a bag, because you're gonna get a lot. Like, you could probably, I don't want to say you're gonna get a mil for both of them, but Pitt's gonna be 88 speed off the rip for a tight end. That is, dog. That's literally insane. So any rookie premieres you got, sell them, because that's gonna be a really good way to make some coins and spread the coins around and make a really good team. So, you know, you can have a nice balanced team going in the weekend league, and trust me, it'll be worth it. Number 4, do not waste all your coins on one guy. Kind of touched on that a little bit with, you know, going over, don't waste all your coins on offensive and defensive line. But let's say you got 500 coins in your MUT account. Your team isn't looking very good though. You know, and you need a lot of positions, put it like that. You need a whole lot of players. And you're like, I got this 500K, you know what? I'm just going to buy Kyle Pitts. I'm just going to buy Jamar Chase. And the rest of your team is still not good. But you're like, I got this one good player. You don't want to just get one good player and call it a day. No, you need to get a lot of players. That 500K that you have, spread it around. You got to budget. You got to know how to budget the coin stash in the beginning. Because look, it's going to be hard to have unless you're going to drop the bag, and I mean the bag, in the beginning of the year to just get an absolute demon team. You got to spread the coins around. You got to spread it around. Put a little bit there. You know, not everybody on your team is going to be the best in the game off the rip, and you have to accept that, right? You can't. It is what it is. It's fine. You know what I mean? You go into seasons, play a weekend league, get your coins that way. But till then, you gotta spread the coins around, a little bit here, a little bit there. Let's not just don't you dare just see Jamar Chase and buy him, because now guess what? Now you're running around with John Ross, who's another guy I don't even know. John Ross, fucking Travis Kelce. I mean, the Travis Kelce, but that's actually a good example there. That Travis Kelce card, high overall, card's garbage, right? Simple as it. Well, I won't say garbage, but it ain't that good, right? So do not spend all your coins on one guy. Buy a lot of guys, and don't just buy like make sure you're looking at guys' stats. Don't just buy someone because they're overall. Look at their stats, because you can still get a lot of budget guys. I keep saying that Justin Herbert card, 84 overall. He might be my quarterback day one. The Derby might be on the team day one because the card looks good and he's only an 84 overall. The Derby's probably going to be on a lot of people's teams. Don't burn all the bread in one basket, right? Spread it around. Be smart. Number 3, we have pre-order the Dynasty Edition. Now this one will definitely give you off to a nice head start. The last couple Mads, I would have to say, if you pre-ordered like the Dynasty Edition or whatever, I honestly feel like it wasn't worth it. Like, it really wouldn't get you anywhere. But this year, I gotta admit it, I gotta give it to them. You pre-order that Dynasty Edition this year, it is absolutely worth it, right? Let's talk about what you get with it. For starters, you get 22 of the team fantasy packs, 22 of those. 22, that's definitely going to help build your coins up, right? And God knows, imagine you actually pull something good out of that, right? So yeah, that's a big fucking W. And then that's not even really why I'm talking about buying it. The reason is right here. There's two packs. There's a Tom Brady pack, a Tom Brady curated pack, and a Patrick Mahomes curated pack. You get to pick one. If you pick the Mahomes one, you get Randy Moss and Deion Sanders on your team day one. They give you both of them. Randy Moss is like 87 speed, Deion's like 88 speed. Insane. If you pick the Tom Brady pack, because you only get to pick one, if you pick the Tom Brady one, you get Rodney Harrison, who's like 84 speed, and you get Wes Welker, he's like 86 speed. So they're both really good. Obviously, the Mahomes one is definitely the must to pick, but those are two legit starters for your team day one, a legit wide receiver and a legit corners. Deion's probably gonna be literally probably the second best corner in the game off the rip. And then also you get it. What is it? Quarterback. Mahomes and Brady. You get to pick between them who you want your starting quarterback. They give you them for free. Me personally, if it ain't NAT, I'll be honest, I'm selling that shit. I won't give a damn about them idiots. But yeah. That's 3 legit starters for your team right there. They also give you the power up, I think, for the Brady and Mahomes. You get a whole bunch of packs. So you pre-order that Dynasty Edition, you're getting players. That 3 legit players for your team off the rip. I mean, it can't get any better than that. Number 2, we have play your challenges. You got to do them. I have to admit, I'm not a guy to play challenges, so I normally would never tell you to play challenges because I'm not going to tell you something that I'm not going to do. But in this instance, a lot of the challenges that they've showed to start Madden 22 are actually good. Yeah, they're good, and from what they've shown us, they're easy. They're really quick and easy from what they've shown us. But EA Sports, they'll bring out the full game ones, I'm sure. You know what I'm talking about, those fucking full game challenges. The challenges are good though. One in particular that I seen, it was you complete it, and it didn't seem like it was very long. You get an 87 overall JC Jackson, and they give you his power up. So once again, that's another free player to get on your team off the rip. I mean, perfect. I'm proud. See, I don't know the stats on him, but I might end up doing. I'm probably gonna do a few of these challenges though, right? Obviously, I'm gonna get the Dynasty Edition. I'm gonna buy some packs off the rip, but I'm also gonna do these challenges. Get the team right. You know what I mean? You gotta be smart. If you do all this shit, buy the packs, get the Dynasty Edition, do all these tips that we said, do your challenges, dog, you're gonna have a God squad off the rip, right? Now, normally I would also say, snipe some cards and shit, but this year you can't snipe cards because the way the auction house is, you can't auction things at whatever price you want. It's a set price, and you got to put it up for that. It's kind of like MLB The Show, so that kind of sucks because that's usually usually a really good method a lot of people do in the beginning of the year. I actually did that in Madden 20, and I definitely came up off that, but can't really do that this year, so we definitely got to find some methods around it, and I got you. The last one is follow me on Twitch. Now, I'm being serious though, for real. Like, if you guys go ahead, drop me a follow over on Twitch. The link's in the description. It's that Bull Grist, same as the YouTube. Any questions that you guys have, you can go ahead and ask me live, in person, pretty much, right? I feel like that's better than, asking someone in the YouTube comment section because you have to wait for them to respond back. There's a lot of extras with it. You know what I mean? If you do it in the live chat, you know what I mean? There's other people there. It's, you know what I mean? We're listening to music. It's a vibe, right? So Madden 22, definitely. So you could even come through Madden 21. I haven't streamed the last couple days, but I still do stream Madden 21. Madden 22, come on in there though if you got any questions, how to build the team, just anything. The theme team stuff, I know a lot of you guys are subscribed here because, you know, we do the Eagles theme team. We have a lot of it. The content's going to be insane this year, boys. We're going to be dropping so much content this year. You know, you thought I dropped a lot last year. We dropped 500 plus Madden 21 videos this year. Madden 22, let's double it. Let's try to double it. So definitely go ahead and drop a follow over on Twitch if you got any questions, right? We do, you know, it's a vibe though. It's a vibe over there on Twitch. It's a different vibe from YouTube. You know, YouTube is a little bit more, you know, informational. Twitch is more nice laid back. Nice and laid back. Anyone from the Twitch chat, check in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Tell these boys what it is. But that's pretty much gonna do it though, boys. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Please follow me over on Twitch. The link is in the description. It's that bull Chris, same as all the social medias. You can't miss me. So that's gonna do it though, boys. Your boy is out.